Ever spend like an hour on a Facebook post? You know, get it just right, hit publish,
Mm.
and then nothing crickets. It's like yelling into a
Oh,
void.
tell me about it.
Ah!
You are so not alone, though. The average organic reach on Facebook these days, it's actually kind of scary.
Scary low,
Dismally low, like 5%.
5%.
Yeah, for every 100 people who theoretically could see your post, only like 5 actually do.
Without forking over cash to boost it.
Yep. Unless you're paying to play, Facebook's basically like, nah.
Ugh.
So frustrating. Which is why I am so ready to dig into this ultimate guide to boosting Facebook organic reach thing.
Strategies that actually work, right?
Right, because enough with the theories, give me the tactics already.
Let's do it. And
Yeah.
first thing you got to wrap your head around is this whole meaningful interactions thing that Facebook is obsessed with. So that's it. Like no more tag a friend who or whatever those cheesy engagement bait things are.
Done over.
Because the algorithm sees right through that now.
Big time. It's getting smarter.
Yeah.
Can tell the difference between a comment that's just like, nice pic, and an actual conversation happening.
Which reminds me of that story in this guide about the, what was it, a trucking company?
Oh, yeah. The one that posted that super controversial opinion about, I think it was about those new tire pressure sensors or
And
something.
their engagement went crazy.
Through the roof. Because everyone in the trucking world had an opinion.
Their comment section was a war zone, but hey, it got them more reach than they had ever seen.
Proves the point, though, right? A little controversy, a
Yeah.
genuine debate. That's what keeps people on the platform. That's what the algorithm gobbles up.
Way more than just a pretty picture and a generic caption.
Preach. Which brings us to our next big thing, your Facebook page itself.
Gotta make it shine, right?
Think of it like your digital storefront. If it's messy and confusing,
People are gonna click right past it.
exactly. First impressions are everything.
So we're talking profile, pic, cover photo, about section, that kind of thing.
All that and then some. Don't underestimate the power of a good cover photo, though. That's prime real estate.
What would you even put there? Besides like your logo.
Oh, so many options. Highlighting a new product, showcasing your team, announcing an event or a sale.
And what about the dreaded about section?
Oh, man. It's a gold mine if you do it right. This gym in our guide, they revamped theirs with keywords like fitness community and wellness journey, but they made it fun, too. You know, call themselves the place where fitness meets fun or something.
Okay, that's kind of clever. So it's not just about cramming in keywords for the robots.
No way. It's about showcasing your personality, too. Making people want to learn more.
And I'm assuming those custom tabs come into play here.
100%. Those things are like secret weapons. The gym in the example added a class schedule tab so people could see what's what right away. Super convenient.
Instead of digging around on their website.
Exactly. Make it easy for people.
Makes sense. And what about story highlights? Those things always confuse me.
Story highlights. Oh, man. Don't even get me started. They're like prime real estate, but everyone wastes them.
How so?
They just stick random stuff up there. It's like a digital junk drawer. Remember that gym we were talking about?
The fitness meets fun people.
Yep. They actually use theirs strategically. Categories like member transformations and workout of the week.
Yeah.
Stuff people actually click on.
So it's like an extension of your brand.
Exactly. Curated and clickable. Speaking of curated, we got to talk about content. Like, what are people actually going to stop scrolling for these days?
Because ain't nobody got time for boring Facebook posts.
Ain't nobody. And the answer, my friend, is video.
Video, video, video.
Video, video, video. It's like the magic bullet. People can't resist it.
Even if it's just like a 2-minute clip of someone making a smoothie.
Especially then. Remember that thing about how Facebook prioritizes videos? The algorithm loves them.
So you're telling me I should put down my phone and start shooting some videos?
Yesterday.
Yeah.
And don't overthink it. Our bakery example. Those were just simple phone videos of cookies baking and bread being sliced.
And people went nuts for it.
Because it looked delicious. And it told a story. Remember how they talked about that pie recipe being passed down through the family?
So smart.
Huh.
Tapping into that emotional connection.
It's not just food, though. Any business can do this behind-the-scenes stuff. Think, a day in the life of your business.
I love that. Okay, so we've got video. What else?
We got to talk about user-generated content.
UGC, the holy grail of social proof.
You got it. People trust other people way more than they'll ever trust a brand.
So if I can get my customers to rave about me online,
You're golden. Remember that milkshake place? The one with the crazy hashtag?
hashtag Crazy Shake Cafe, they blew up practically overnight.
Because people were sharing photos of those insane milkshakes,
Mhm.
and everyone wanted in on the action.
They even made like a little photo booth in the cafe.
Smart. Encourage that UGC. Don't be afraid to ask for it. But always ask permission before you repost.
Of course. Common courtesy. So we've talked about content, but what about all the stuff Facebook gives us to use that content?
You mean like stories and lives and all that?
Exactly. It's like we get so caught up in creating the content that we forget about all the tools.
100%. Think of it like this. You got your awesome content. Now you need the right tools to amplify it.
Like that boutique hotel. They used every tool in the book to compete with those big hotel chains.
Remember their stories, all those behind-the-scenes peeks.
Like the chef making pasta from scratch and the housekeeping ladies doing those towel animals.
Exactly. It made the hotel feel so personal and welcoming.
And they use polls in their stories, too. Like, what's your ideal breakfast in bed?
Easy way to get people engaged. And then there's Facebook Live.
Which still kind of scares me.
It's a powerhouse, though.
Mhm.
This hotel did weekly live tours of their rooms. People could ask questions in real time. It was like an open house, but online.
Genius. And they had that Facebook group, too.
Local adventures, right?
Right.
Where guests could connect and share travel tips.
It's like they created their own little community.
Exactly. They totally maximized those native features. Events Messenger. Even Facebook Notes for those longer local guides.
Notes? Who even uses notes anymore?
Clearly, this hotel does.
Yeah.
And it's working for them. My point is, there are so many tools at your disposal. You just got to be creative and strategic.
So many good ideas. I need like a whole notebook for this stuff. But okay, let's say we've got the awesome content. We're using all the cool Facebook tools. How do we know when to unleash it all on the world?
$1 million question, right? And I'm going to tell you a secret. There's no magic answer.
What? No best time to post hacks.
Nope. It all comes down to your audience. When are they online and scrolling? That's what matters.
So how do I figure that out besides like staring at my phone all day and night?
Facebook Insights, my friend. It's your new best friend
Because it's free.
because it tells you everything, including when your people are most active. Our coffee shop example. They thought they had to post like 5 times a day to stay relevant.
5 times a day. That's intense.
Right. Total overload. And you know what happened? The algorithm was like, "Oop, too much," and started showing their stuff to fewer people.
So they were actually shooting themselves in the foot.
Exactly. Sometimes less is more. They scaled back to posting like once or twice a day, max, and focus on quality over quantity.
And things turned around.
Night and day. Their engagement skyrocketed. Just goes to show you, it's not about how much you post. It's about being strategic.
And knowing your audience, didn't they also find out that their late night posts were doing really well?
Oh, yeah. They tapped into a whole niche of night owls who were craving coffee content at like 10 p.m. It's all in the data.
Data is king. Okay, so let's talk about that other magic metric, engagement, because likes are cute and all, but...
They don't pay the bills.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So how do we get people talking, commenting, sharing all that good stuff?
You got to give them a reason to think of your captions as conversation starters.
So instead of just like, check out our new product, it's more like, what problem does this solve for you or something?
Now you're getting it. Remember the bookstore? Their comment sections were dead until they started asking those would you rather questions about books.
And then suddenly, everyone had an opinion.
Exactly. People love to share their thoughts, especially when it's something they're passionate about, like books or coffee or whatever your thing is.
And don't forget about UGC.
Can't say it enough.
Yeah.
User-generated content is gold. The bookstore started a Shelfie Sunday thing where people shared pics of their bookshelves.
So smart. It's like free content marketing.
And it builds community. Speaking of community, we got to talk about collaborations.
Teaming up with other businesses, right?
2 heads are better than 1. Remember our bookstore and coffee shop duo? They cross-promoted each other, reached a whole new audience.
And everybody wins. They even did a thing with a yoga studio for Mindfulness Month.
See? Think outside the box. Who else can you collaborate with? Who already has the audience you want?
This is giving me so many ideas. Okay, so we've covered a ton. How do we keep track of it all? Make sure we're not just throwing spaghetti at the wall and hoping something sticks.
Data, my friend, data. Facebook Insights will be your guide. Look at what's working. What's falling flat? Don't be afraid to experiment.
It's just as we go.
Exactly. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
I love that. So as we wrap up here, what's the biggest takeaway you want our listeners to walk away with?
You have more power than you think. Don't get discouraged by the algorithm. Focus on building genuine connections, providing value, and let the data be your guide.
Beautifully said. So as you're creating content, think, what kind of conversation do I want to start? Because at the end of the day, it's not about gaming the system. It's about building a thriving community.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
There you have it, folks. Our deep dive into the world of Facebook organic reach in 2024. May your content be engaging, your videos be thumb stopping, and your engagement be through the roof. Until next time, happy Facebooking.